How's it going, Guardians? Shifty here, and today I'm back with my weekly vendor video. Now in this one, I'm going to be honest with you, the armor this week isn't all that great. Don't worry though, I will be including footage of that armor at the end of the video like usual, but I'm not going to go over any specific pieces today. Instead, this week I'm mainly going to focus on Banshee's weapons because there are a few worth talking about. Before I get into that, if you end up enjoying the video, make sure to hit that like button, and if you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe as well. Alright, so before I end up talking about any of the Banshee weapons, I do want to mention that the weapons and their perks change every reset on Tuesday. However, you do need to know that the perks will change again at 6 PM Central on Wednesday. So that means if you want any of the roles that I talk about in this video, you're going to want to visit the gunsmith before that time. Now this is kind of a double-edged sword because sometimes the perks could change for the worse, but sometimes it can change for the better. So if you see a weapon you like with perks that you like, I would recommend picking that up right away. However, if you see a weapon that you like, but it doesn't have the best perks, you can always wait until 6 PM Central on Wednesday. Alright, so the first weapon I want to talk about this week is the Cold Denial Pulse Rifle. This has already been a pretty solid weapon in the Crucible in the past. I'm a pretty big fan of pulse rifles myself, so I've enjoyed it, but this week it has the Pulse Monitor perk, which was recently buffed. Instead of reloading your weapon when you take critical damage, it now reloads your weapons after you've taken just a little bit of damage. On top of that though, this has armor piercing rounds as one of the perks, and swashbuckler, which are both pretty good in PvP. Not only that, but I mentioned that the weapon perks are going to change again at 6 PM Central on Wednesday, so this role could change for the better then. If you're a pulse rifle fan in the Crucible, I think it's worth giving this a try. You may like it, or you may not like it, but high impact frame pulse rifles can 2-burst in the Crucible. The next weapon I want to talk about is definitely the 7th Seraph Carbine Auto Rifle. The role that it has today is actually pretty solid itself. You have ricochet rounds and you have 4th Time's a Charm, which are excellent choices on this particular auto rifle. Moving target isn't all that great, especially in PvE. In addition to the pretty solid perk choices in the middle 2 columns, you do have a range masterwork as well. I would highly recommend picking up this role. However, I would also recommend coming back on Wednesday to check the role then. Some perks I might be on the lookout for, especially for PvE, include auto-loading holster and Vorpal weapon. I have that particular role and it's an excellent choice for barrier champions this season. The third and final weapon I want to talk about today is the Deicide Shotgun. It's a rapid fire frame, and this particular role has Grave Robber and 1-2 punch. Now if you like taking advantage of 1-2 punch and using your melee alongside your shotgun, this is a pretty solid PvE role. Every time that you get a melee kill, you'll automatically reload your shotgun. In addition to that, anytime you get a full pellet shot on an enemy, you're going to significantly improve your melee damage. You can kind of see how those two perks work well together. You can also see with the other perks on this role, you get 8 shots in your magazine. That means this particular shotgun is really going to benefit from Grave Robber when you can instantly reload your gun by getting a melee kill. So that's all I have for the Banshee weapons this week. There are some pretty solid weapon choices this time around, and even some of the perk options are pretty great. Again, make sure to check back at 6 PM Central on Wednesday. Now, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, the armor rolls this week aren't all that great, but I will uphold my usual video structure. That means I'm going to be showing off footage of all of the armor rolls for the week for each class. There will be timestamps to make it easy if you want to check out a particular class. So you can stick around to check that out. Otherwise, I hope that you have a good day, and I'll catch you on the next one.